Game time, long ball time, and daily copy time. How you doing, everybody? Hey, the time has come for you to stop by 1052 West Monroe Street and enjoy the fabulous food. Enjoy the bonanza at Carmichael's, my favorite steakhouse in the city of Chicago. Carmichael's, it is the steakhouse in the city of Chicago. 1052 West Monroe Street. Once you stop by, I guarantee you'll be going all the time. Meanwhile, he wasn't just a good rebounder or a great rebounder. He was the greatest technical rebounder of the modern era. And he never met a floor burn he didn't cherish. Think about this. How many NBA basketball players today play as hard, play as aggressively as Dennis Rodman? Now, you may not know this. The Worm is eligible for the Basketball Hall of Fame. Results for this year's inductees will be announced during Final Four weekend. You talk about Dennis Rodman, you talk about a winner. 5 NBA titles, 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, a slew of NBA rebounding awards. If Rodman doesn't get in the Hall of Fame, it says here it's because of the body piercing, the body art, and shall we say the Worm's rather unconventional personalities. If the voters vote straight down the line about basketball talent, Dennis Rodman should be a unanimous choice, for heaven's sakes, for the Basketball Hall of Fame. Hey, I miss guys like Dennis Rodman in today's NBA. Rodman, you know what he is? A winner. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you can't trust the Siena College Institute of Research, who can you trust? Anyway, the Institute has conducted a poll to name the greatest athlete in New York history. Your winner, are you ready for this? With 14% of the vote, Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter over Babe Ruth. Our early exit polls indicate that Derek picked up a significant edge on the Bambino because Babe Ruth never dated Madonna. Joe DiMaggio, who did date Marilyn Monroe, came in third. Mickey Mantle was fourth. And Joe Willie Namath. Joe Willie Namath over Lawrence Taylor came in fifth. This isn't a poll. This is a popularity contest that was conducted by phone with 800 adults. All right, you know what I need right now? With all the labor disputes going on between the NFL and the NFL players, I need a bona fide on-the-gridiron football fix. When you talk about the great running backs, the guys who get the red carpet treatment, number 1, Jim Brown. Number 2, Gale Sayers, greatest open field runner I have ever seen. Number 4, Walter Payton. Number 3, the guy was as elusive as a butterfly. It's a shame he had to play on so many ill-begotten football teams. Let's just sit back and enjoy the brilliance of one Barry Sanders. Now, this really isn't asking much, all right? I'm a big Steve Dahl guy. It was a pleasure to work with him. Steve Dahl doing a marvelous job with his podcasting, but he should be on traditional radio 5 days a week. As a matter of fact, I want to go back to a golden era. I want to go back to around 1988 when you had Steve Dahl tag teaming with Gary Meyer. That would be a combination on my radio station. John Brandmeier along with Buzz Kilman in the mornings. Kevin Matthews, Jimmy Shorts in middays, and of course, Coppock on sports at night. Let me tell you something. We were at that time the best radio station, the most creative radio station Chicago has ever seen. We billed more money than the law allows. Think about it. If that radio station, the way I just gave you the lineup, was intact right now, tell me you wouldn't listen to it. All right, this is what you get when you dare to be impartial. This is what you get when you love your football team, you love your alma mater, but you tell the truth when they make mistakes. Kirk Herbstreit, the brilliant ESPN analyst, has vacated Columbus, Ohio, his longtime hometown. Why, you ask? Is he unhappy about a tax increase? Is he mad about a lousy school system? No, there is that 2% factor that can't see through the Buckeyes scarlet and gray or can't drink its way through the Jack Daniels that has made life so miserable for Kirk and his family that Kirk Herbstreit has decided to move from Columbus, Ohio. If you don't think that's sick, then I strongly recommend you begin immediate couch therapy. All right, Coach Mike Brey, the top gun at Notre Dame, says this loss is going to resonate for a while. Gee, do you think so? Notre Dame, a number 2 seed, number 2 ball club in the Big East. Mike Brey, Big East Coach of the Year, Sunday night at the United Center, just takes the pipe, just mails it in against Florida State. They were so bad shooting from the field. My gosh, they couldn't put the ball in Lake Michigan, let alone put a ball in the buckets at the UC. You know what? If I'm Mike Brey, I'm not going to spend my summer in South Bend. I'm going to go into witness protection, believe me. It'll be a lot easier. All right, now that wraps up today's edition of the Daily Coppock. Hey, isn't it time you got down to Carmichael's? Isn't it time you enjoyed their spectacular seafood? Or just put the chops into one of their great filet mignons or that fabulous Chicago cut steak? Hey, take it from me. There is no better steak, no better seafood in Chicago. Carmichael's, 1052 West Monroe Street. It's my favorite hangout. I absolutely love the place. Meanwhile, if you're a longtime Cub fan, and chances are you probably are a longtime Cub fan, which means you've done your share of suffering, this song should ring a bell. We go back to 1984, this little ditty with Eddie Van Halen playing guitar and David Roth doing the lead for Van Halen. This became the unofficial fight song for the Chicago Cubs. Great, great song, but it does remind me of one thing. Cubs up 2-0 over the San Diego Padres in the National League Championship Series, wound up blowing 3 consecutive games in San Diego and missed an opportunity to work in the World Series. So, let's sit back and dig it. Great, great song, great, great band. Jump by Van Halen. Catch you next time around. So long, everybody.